What's with it being 2023 and people still out here supporting Call of Duty, even getting excited for Modern Warfare 3? They announced a lot to build hype for this game, but ask yourself, $70 for what? Say it with me, in the comments, pause the video and say it out loud, that Modern Warfare 3 is nothing more than an expansion. They took features out like dead silence, red dots on the minimap, reload canceling, slide canceling, the list just goes on and on. Called it Modern Warfare 2 and what's it called? What? After a whole year, they're just bringing it back for $70 and I'm just supposed to be okay with that? And if you're excited and happy about Modern Warfare 3, all the power and, good for you. You're able to enjoy things, but please do me a favor. Pause the video and shake your head a little bit. Just kind of give yourself a little rattle. And if you hear the sound of your brain hitting your skull, then if anything, you can just click off this video and you don't have to watch any further. I'm not going to be able to convince you that this year's Call of Duty is a sham. Because where do we start? 16 maps of Modern Warfare 2 from 2009. Sounds good, sure, but why now? We've had information that they've remade Modern Warfare 2 ages ago, but they just kind of kept it hidden. We were assuming that they're just going to do the same thing with Infinite Warfare. We're tying it to there, but I guess, to give Sledgehammer a bit of a head start because they were on a short development time, they just gave them this and they just worked off of it. It's a tricky to think this game's good, but honestly, it's just one of those marketing techniques that once you've seen once, you've just seen it one too many times, and it's not something that can easily, like, for someone like me, it's not something that's going to really win me over. And another thing too, they did say Zombies was coming back, which sounded exciting because I know Vanguard Zombies was horrible and they slowly learned from it until I found out that it's legit just Outbreak. So that Zombies mode from Cold War, but it's on a 60-minute timer. So yeah, you can do as much as you want, but the second 60 minutes hits, I'm guessing the gas comes in and just kills you, or you gotta exfil sooner than that. Because I don't know, that just kind of ruins the replayability because you're timed to just an hour play session. I don't know. And yeah, it's just honestly bringing that question, how is this game worth $70? It's a crash grab. This game is just a gigantic one, like a gigantic cash grab, and I don't know how people aren't seeing it. I think the only saving grace on it is the campaign. They always do tell a good story, but at the end of the day, a majority of the COD community just goes straight to multiplayer or Warzone. They'll usually just beat the campaign on the easiest difficulty. I've never actually seen anyone with the veteran trophy or the realistic trophy. They'll beat it on either recruit or hardened at the most, or whatever that middle one, the normal one is, and then go straight to multiplayer. That's pretty much it. Because seriously, Modern Warfare 2, when it first came out, they tried to win us over, and unfortunately they got me by saying it was going to be the most innovative Call of Duty of all time with over 3,000 devs, and all they did was just pretty much ignore what people actually wanted in the game and just kind of kept it as is, threw as many bundles and that's all I mostly remember, just a bunch of maps being remade, maps no one seemed to like. And at the end of the day, after all that, here comes Sledgehammer with Modern Warfare 3 just basically saying, oh, we're just doing what Modern Warfare didn't want to do and actually listening to you and putting everything they didn't want to. So it really devalues what the 3,000 devs, if there even is any, what work they were putting into Modern Warfare 2 when the next game is supposedly just doing what they didn't want to do in the first place. Anyways, that's all I have to say for this video. Just please don't get Modern Warfare 3. XDefiant is coming out in the next couple of weeks. All I know is that it was going to be coming late summer, and that can mean late August, early September. And as of recording this video, it's August 22nd, so we still have about 2 weeks left of August to hopefully get an announcement when it's coming out. And again, the game's free to play and made by devs who actually listen to the community to improve the game. They basically take community feedback and they are actually interactive with the community on Twitter. I'm still not going to call it X effort. That's the dumbest name. But yeah, the head developer of it is constantly communicating with anyone, not just, people with big numbers to them, like influence and all that. He answers to just about everyone because he wants the game to be good. Compare that to Sledgehammer, who is only doing it basically to use it as a sales pitch to get people to buy this game. Just think about this. Don't put trust into Sledgehammer. You can be blinded by hype. You can be stuck in the Call of Duty cycle, which a lot of people seem to think, that's the main thing. And as for me, I was in that cycle. The thing is, I got burnt out by Call of Duty and started exploring other games. And eventually, once you break out of that cycle, you start to realize how bad this franchise really is. But sorry about that. I'm kind of going a little off topic. But yeah, eventually you got to break out of that cycle, because this game is nothing more than just a gigantic cash grab meant to just sell you bundles. And, compare that to what's it called? Sledgehammer when they made Vanguard, which I don't know how most of you are trying to act like it doesn't exist, when remember what they just did. They basically messed that game up. They had a good amount of dev time. They're the reason why Cold War came so underdeveloped, because Sledgehammer couldn't work on it properly, or they couldn't work on Vanguard properly, so they needed more time. And even with all that extra time, they still fumbled the game hard. And all they're doing is just making an expansion, charging $70, and it's just, I don't know. Just put money toward, if you're still excited about Modern Warfare 3 after, the many things I've been trying to say, them bringing back, red dots on sights. Cool. I've seen other FPS games, smaller ones, or, ones that died out, Battlefield 2042. They all had that from the get-go. It's a staple in any FPS game unless you have a suppressor. I don't know why they took it out. Loud footsteps, dead silence being a perk now, when back then it was something that had to be leveled up. Oh, wait, no, it was an operator or whatever, like field equipment or something, where even after activating it, it's still, backfired on you because it made a loud-ass noise that everyone could hear. All I'm gonna say is, keep your expectations low. Call of Duty just isn't what it used to be, and at this point, don't get your hopes up with this game. Treat it like a DLC, because that's all it really is. It's just a glorified DLC. Because, to be honest, and this is the part that I don't know why people have not pieced together. How many maps did you get from a season pass back in the day with Call of Duty? What's it called? How do you say? Like, I know, like, the season pass, I'm trying to think of a good example. I think Black Ops 2. I don't know if Black Ops 4 would count. I think there was Black Ops 3 as well. But you know what I mean, map packs. How eventually it add up to get to, what's it called? It would add up to 16 maps afterwards. And it came out to $60. Which I know isn't the same as this, but it's because I'm just skeptical about it, because all they're doing is just porting over everything from Modern Warfare 2 into Modern Warfare 3 with Modern Warfare 2 maps. And you kind of see as I keep going on and on, I'm just kind of just thinking like, why am I going to pay $70 for something that, I don't know. It's because, and then another thing too, I just want to add is, how do we know if it's going to be good? We've seen time and time again where they bring old maps into the modern era and they never play the same, because for whatever reason, even though they say these are the original maps that fans love, they tweak it and ruin it. Adding doors, adding extra cover. They always find ways to just kind of add stuff that doesn't need to be added. And honestly, I'm just kind of sick of just, buying into it. My expectations aren't even low at this point. It's more or less just looking at the thing, at the franchise, and just being like, ugh. If anything, after everything I'm saying, if it's not getting through to you, just put that money towards therapy. Anything else that doesn't end up in Bobby's pockets. Anyways, yeah, this video was draining to make, because talking about modern Call of Duty is such a chore when I've played other games worth my time and money. I've played Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which I know people are calling a DVD clone. It really isn't. It's predecessor to Friday the 13th, and I'm enjoying the game. And, it's just a lot of fun. I've been making a lot of friends playing this game, and, eventually when you break out of your comfort zone, if you end up having the next-gen system, ask yourself, how did you manage to go through the trouble of getting a modern system? Other people are still stuck on PS4s and Xbox Ones. Here you are with an Xbox Series S, X, or PS5. Hell, even you have a built-in, a PC setup that can handle all these games, and you're just limiting yourself to Activision and Blizzard. Or actually, I don't even want to go into that, but yeah, just Activision with Call of Duty. It's really just, I don't know how anyone could live their whole life like that, not exploring other franchises. Hell, Battle Bit Remastered, or I think I got that name right. That one looked really fun. Eventually, you just gotta realize Call of Duty just isn't it anymore, and you're gonna have to find other games to just play. Anyways, with that, please show support by liking and commenting on this video. Follow my socials. I'll leave a link in the description. Otherwise, check out the About Me section, because that's usually where I leave most of my socials. And yeah, also one last little announcement I want to add before I end this video. I have started streaming again on YouTube, and the reason for that is Twitch just, it sucks. That's all I'm gonna say with it. It's horrible, and to be honest, it's also the fact that they just force ads on you. And I've seen more success with YouTube, and I know I don't get much interaction from you guys and gals, and I don't want to. I just have the habit of saying that for everything, but yeah, I just don't. I don't get that much interaction, but I am seeing success. Little of accomplishment from being on this site. So as much as it's going to be more of a grind to be on YouTube, I'm willing to go through with it, because just Twitch just isn't it anymore. They just have such a bad reputation. So yeah, expect more streams from me, and yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I don't know if I've already said that, and yeah, till the next one, I'll see you all later.